Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you my Greatsword build, which is perfect for New Game Plus and any other content before and after that. The core concept of the build is to make use of the 3-piece effect of the Crimson Fiend set in order to gain a flat stamina recovery when using our Charge Mortal Blow attack, and pairing this with the Phantom Knight's Veil and Inner Fury skills to spam our Charge Mortal Blow attacks and deal a ton of damage in a short amount of time without running out of stamina. This build has extremely high damage, survivability and stamina. You will almost never run out of stamina or die as long as you play it correctly. Being a Greatsword build, the only downside is that your movement speed will be slow and you can't really go chase after running enemies. You have to play patiently, wait for the enemy to come to you and then blast them with your attacks. Overall, it's a very fun to play build, but also quite difficult because the playstyle for Greatsword relies on using charged attacks which require good timing, so not only do you have to know the enemy attack patterns really well, but you also have to master the combos of Greatsword skills and attacks. With enough patience, this build is extremely rewarding and satisfying to play. I was able to beat True Ending Ozma and many other bosses in New Game Plus with this build very easily, so I can attest that it's very strong. Let's dive into the gear pieces we are using for this build. The main version of the build, which is ideal for Endgame and New Game Plus, consists of the following gear pieces: Sentinel's Greatsword, the most special jar or vibing jar, 2 pieces of the Crimson Fiend set, more specifically the gloves and the boots, 2 pieces of the Flesh Reaper set, more specifically the armor and the pants, 1 piece of the Crushed Dreams set, more specifically the ring, and 1 piece of the Unending Tragedy set, more specifically the necklace. With all of these items combined, we get the following set bonus totals: 25% charge attack damage increase, 15% damage increase while below 50% stamina, 15% damage increase while above 50% stamina, 10% damage increase against solo enemies, 100 stamina recovery when using a charged mortal blow, and 50% damage decrease from the enemy's next attack after using a brutal attack. We are also getting the following fixed attributes from each epic gear piece equipped: Mortal Blow Murderous skill from the weapon, extra strength from the jar helmet, 700 health from the 2 Flesh Reaper armor pieces, 20% stamina recovery from the 2 Crimson Fiend armor pieces, 5 lightning attack damage from Elamain's ring, and 100 stamina from the necklace of the Singing Hawk. The reason we are using a jar helmet in this build is because we are combining gear from multiple different sets, so the set item requirement decrease from the jar helps us get a lot of set bonus effects without having to use more set items. We also gain 10 extra strength from this jar helmet, which allows us to go over the 99 points limit and gain some extra damage and weapon damage. For this build, agility will naturally be at an A rating because we are maxing strength and vitality first. If you are not in New Game Plus yet and do not have access to epic rarity items, just use unique items or whatever rarity you have. The build still works similarly regardless of item rarity or level. If you do not have the Flesh Reaper set yet, just use any other items instead that give you damage or survivability. It's up to personal preference. Let's get into the attributes we should look for on our items when rerolling. When it comes to offensive attributes, we can only roll on weapons, helmets, gloves, shoes and accessories. We are looking to prioritize the following attributes: attack damage or charged attack damage, damage increase, damage multiplier increase, and max stamina. When it comes to defensive attributes, which can only roll on armors and pants, we are looking to prioritize the following attributes: max stamina, defense and health. Keep in mind that the higher the level of your gear, the higher the values of the random attributes you can get, so always keep your gear close to your character level and try to aim for the best possible rolls on your random attributes. This build almost never runs out of stamina, so you do not need more than 3000 total stamina, and stamina recovery is not really important. When it comes to the Phantom, the ideal one would be Maximilian the Impenetrable, because you get 18% guard stamina damage decrease when maxed out, which allows you to just hold guard and block all enemy attacks without running out of stamina. You also get 150 flat stamina whenever you perform a Brink Guard, which is huge, and up to 25% stamina damage when performing Brink Guards. You can switch to Wolfric the Resilient if you feel like you need more damage. For the stats, you want to put 99 points into Strength first, since it's your main damage scaling stat for Greatsword. After Strength, put 60 points into Endurance, 60 points into Vitality, and if you have any points left, get your Vitality to 99 and put the rest into proficiency. Keep in mind that greatsword weapons are scaling the highest with strength and the lowest with proficiency. Let's jump into the core skills we are using in this build. Starting off with the common tree, we need the following skills: Opportunistic Spirit maxed out, Berserk Spirit maxed out, Indomitable Spirit maxed out, Reviving Spirit if you're in New Game Plus, Battle Thirst if you're in New Game Plus, and Counterattack tree maxed out. Moving on to the Greatsword tree, we need the following skills: Savage Momentum, Overwhelm, Mortal Blow branch maxed out, Titanic Descent branch maxed out, Manifest Power, Spirit Boost, Limit Break, Phantom Knight's Veil, Heat of the Battle, Indomitable, Heavy Pressure, Inner Fury branch maxed out, Dodge Stamina, Extreme Dodge, Seeding Blood, Avenger, Defense Stamina, Defense Spirit, Armor Breaker, and Solid Stance. The rest of the skill points can go into whatever other skills you prefer to use against regular enemies. The core skills for this build that we want to make sure we equip are the following: Phantom Knight's Veil, Titanic Descent, and Inner Fury. Phantom Knight's Veil is a skill that deals a good amount of damage when charged, but more importantly it activates an effect that lasts for 40 seconds and releases shockwaves that deal damage every time we are charging an attack. Since with this build we are only using charged attacks, the shockwave damage from Knight's Veil will add up considerably, and it also staggers the enemy. Titanic Descent is a skill that deals a ton of damage and makes you leap on the enemy, which is great as a gap closer. It has a quick cast and fast charging time. Inner Fury is the strongest and most important skill in this build. It deals a decent amount of AoE damage, but more importantly, it activates an effect that lasts for 15 seconds and increases our charging speed, making our main damage combo and any other charge attacks extremely fast. Because it has such a short duration, it is important to only use it at the right moment, that moment being when the enemy or boss is close to being exhausted. When you use this skill, your DPS increases considerably, so you have to make the most out of it. If you combine Phantom, Knight's Veil and Inner Fury, that's when the true potential of this build is achieved. The fast charging speed paired with the shockwaves will increase your DPS and stagger damage by a lot, so it's always ideal to activate them at the same time. The main damage combo is the following: activate Phantom Knight's Veil, activate Inner Fury, use Titanic Descent to get close to the enemy, perform one charge swift attack, and immediately after that use Mortal Blow, which will execute the charge Mortal Blow attack. Start charging your potent blow to the maximum level, and it will be used automatically and break the enemy's stance. Perform another charge swift attack, immediately followed by Mortal Blow and the fully charged potent blow. Repeat these steps for maximum possible DPS. If the enemy runs away from you, just be patient and let them come back to you. When the boss or enemy is exhausted or close to being exhausted, use your Inner Fury and go into Knight's Veil to refresh its duration, then do your Mortal Blow into Potent Blow combo again. Don't forget to use your Brutal Attack when the enemy is almost out of exhaustion to gain a ton of stamina back. Immediately after the Brutal Attack, keep spamming your Mortal Blow into Potent Blow combo. Keep repeating these steps, and that's how you can destroy any boss in the game with this build. If you do not have the Mortal Blow Murderous skill unlocked, the combo is still the same, except after your charge swift attack, you will have to hold the Mortal Blow button to charge it, since it won't be used automatically. Make sure to always try and perfect parry attacks, and immediately after that use Armor Breaker. If you are unsure if you can parry an attack, just hold the guard button. You should have enough stamina to block any incoming attacks. Use Titanic Descent to close up distance on enemies if you have a lot of spirit to use. Make sure to always keep an eye on your buffs bar to see when your Knight's Veil and Inner Fury skills are about to expire. Remember that you have increased poise, take less damage and deal more damage if you are getting attacked while attacking. For this reason, it is very important to keep doing your combo even if the enemy is about to hit you. You will deal way more damage and also gain spirit back, and since this build is very tanky, you won't take too much damage. Make sure to play aggressively whenever the enemy is right in front of you, because you can break the enemy's stance with your fully charged potent blow attacks. That would be it for this video. If you have any questions about the build or want to see other builds, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.